Hello, nomadic friends in Latin America, the US, and the world. And we are in December. Yes, we are getting to the end of this strange year full of vicissitudes, full of strange things that I cannot even pronounce them, but a very special year indeed. And as we look back in Mundo Nomad, we would like to look in retrospect to some of the articles that made headlines throughout the year. And we start in February. In February we had 3 nomadic visions, and people are always asking us, you are always asking us, how it is to travel. So in the magazine of February we brought you 3 different stories. One from Joselita, who travels by herself hitchhiking with her dog.
My name is Joselita. I am from Canada. I am a seamstress and an artist from the heart. My first step was 4 years ago. I traveled to Canada. I had a return ticket, but I forgot about it. And I went to Morocco. Then I traveled to Chile, then to Brazil. And then I'll do more spiritual journeys. Like I feel I need to go to India. I want to learn this religion that is so different from mine. All the opportunities are inside your hands and inside your heart. Everything you want to do, you can just do it. When you find a place, for example, near the beach, and you see all these people that come here on vacation, and I just took a bus and here I am. And these people are rushing to do everything so fast because they just have 2 weeks of vacation on the year, and I can go to the beach whenever I want.
The other story that you will find in the magazine of February is that of 3 friends, 3 women that also travel in their own vehicles and together throughout Latin America. And each of them will tell us about what's the experience of traveling by themselves. We have 2 women from the United States and 1 from Guatemala. Let's hear their stories.
Hi, I'm Desiree and I am from Guatemala.
My name is Cami and I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area. My name is Tamara and I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. I have a short bus. It was formerly a school bus and it's now a tiny house. I have an old Ford E350 van with a high top so I can stand up. So I got it in June 2016, I think, and have been living in it ever since, and it's amazing.
We bought an old Volkswagen and turned it into a camper van because it wasn't a camper van.
I've been in the bus specifically since July of 2017. And it takes me wherever I want to go.
We don't go in a straight line, we go like this, and we meet people who recommend us to go here and go there, and we have traveled for so many more miles than we had planned to.
For me, it's being able to wake up in a new place every single day. The best part, I think, of this lifestyle is being more connected with the natural world and being able to go out and explore every day a new place.
And for me it has been like a detox process and rekindling with nature and its values and realizing we really don't need so many things to live well.
It's a really good life for animals as well. You know, they go everywhere you go. And
I would love to have more dogs, but the van is so small that's not possible. At the beginning, I really didn't want to do this trip, and my boyfriend was like, come on, let's do it.
People need to have realistic expectations. Just tell yourself you're going to hate it for 6 months. Obviously, there are sacrifices. We don't have all of the comforts and all of the security that a house has. It's a trade. It's a trade. But at this point in my life, for me, it is a very good trade.
It's like your brain is programmed for this. You have to study, you have to work, you have to buy a house, you have to have a family. And it takes time to reset the brain and understand that you can have a different lifestyle and you don't have to feel guilty and you can just enjoy life.
The third story in the magazine of February is that of an Argentinian couple, Cesar and Julieta, traveling with her 1-year-old Amatista. And this is a different story because what they do is they travel Latin America and they work while they travel. They are both crafts people, So they travel selling their craft jewelry, and that's how they pay for their travel. And this is what they were telling us back in February.
Hi, friends of ABClatino. I'm Cesar, and this is my partner Julieta.
Hello guys, what's up?
We come from Argentina. I barely finished school, and I told my parents I didn't want to study anymore. I want to travel, and I want to live life. Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, all the Amazon.
We need to go to Uruguay and Chile. In South America, it's very common to share, so you can find 15 people, we don't know each other, but we're on the same path and we respect each other, and so we try to share, make a pizza, maybe a barbecue, whatever we can.
In Brazil, I was in the street for a while and in shelters, and in Colombia too. We rent houses for 2-3 months, sometimes for a couple of weeks.
I love the world of elves, so I was inspired to create elves and express myself through this art. Then we started traveling more, and it was difficult to do my elves on the go, so I learned how to make jewelry.
Sometimes people don't understand we are artisans in a cultural exchange. We have no borders, no flags. They treat us like strict vendors,
Sometimes it gets complicated to make enough money for making a living.
but that doesn't stop us. We are citizens of the world.
There are no limits.
There is no limit. Life offers so much.
The next story that I would personally pick up for this year in retrospect is the one from the May magazine, where while traveling myself in Mexico, in the area of Tulum, in the Yucatan Peninsula, I found a couple that was traveling from Argentina to Alaska in a Ford A. Yes, remember those Ford A's, the first cars ever built at the beginning of the 20th century? Celeste, Sebastian, and their son Camilo are doing this travel, and I found them in Mexico. It means that they had already traveled all Latin America to Central America, and here is what they were telling us back in May.
Hi, I'm Celeste, and I'm here with my husband, Sebastian, and with my son, Camilo. We are a traveling family. We had always liked traveling, but we have always done it in the traditional way. So doing this was like a really big step, saying, okay, we're leaving our jobs, leaving our home, leaving our family behind for some time, and just going away on this adventure. Our idea was to slow down our lives, and with this car we sure did that. It's a Ford A from the year 1928.
There is something always that is about to break, or something that needs some grease or some adjustments, and if you don't do it right away, things are going to start to pile up, because it is definitely a car that needs constant maintenance.
A year ago we left Argentina. We parted from a little town called Santa Clara del Mar that is located in the coast of the country. We traveled around all the north of the country, we hadn't been there before, and then we headed to Paraguay. Then Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, and then there from Cartagena we got on board to Panama. We traveled through Central America, and finally we got to Mexico.
I think this trip is an incredible learning experience, and it doesn't compare. The fact that we are traveling, meeting interesting people, beautiful places, that he can get some knowledge about geology when a tourist guide explains to us, or geography, and the social experience that he's having. It doesn't compare with just being sitting down in a desk at school.
And I'm making my travel diary. I write down the names of the countries and the things we have done there. Each country was magical, and well, when we arrived to Mexico, we ran into such wonderful people that we had already been discovering since we got to Central America.
I think a landscape can be very beautiful, the specific weather in one place, but getting to know other people is something At least for us, it's something so pleasant.
The way people say hello to you, they beep their car. And well, when we are not going on, people approach us to take pictures, to talk to us. And well, there's always people who can't believe we are actually traveling in this car.
Now, if I had to choose the pick of the crop for this 2020 year, it would be the stories of Mundo Nómada in the magazines of July and August, because we managed to interview different couples, actually 5 couples that were stopped in their tracks by the pandemic while they were traveling through South America. And these are their stories.
Hi, my name is Anna and this is my partner.
My name is Jimena.
And I'm Kyle.
Mi nombre es Lisa.
Yo me llamo Bautista.
Hello, we are Patricia and Stefan.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Somos Martín y Luli.
We are Nomads and we're traveling the Panamericana road from Ushuaia to Alaska in our van, Paco.
We start in April 2019 in Chile and we go around South America for 1 year.
Nuestra aventura arrancó en Estados Unidos hace 3 años, donde compramos una casa rodante que luego manejamos a lo largo de todo el continente americano a través de la Panamericana hasta nuestro país.
We have been traveling for 3 years. We drove our van all the way down to Ushuaia.
Salimos desde la ciudad de Mar del Plata en un Renault 4 de 1984, en diciembre del año pasado.
Después de Ushuaia nos dirigimos hacia el norte porque sí, el objetivo es Alaska y a largo plazo Austria para unir las dos familias.
We received a call in the middle of the night from my mom letting us know that Argentina was considering closing the borders over the weekend.
Estuvimos en la carretera austral cuando unos amigos nuestros, viajeros también, nos han dicho que van a cerrar la frontera de Argentina.
Estábamos en la Patagonia chilena cuando empezó el tema del coronavirus a ser muy fuerte.
When we were in the campground, the situation escalated and the emergency was declared in Bolivia, so the lockdown was declared.
So we were lucky enough to then cross into Argentina and we did a big shopping run and got some supplies and headed to a secluded place next to a river outside of Lago Puelo.
Bueno, ni bien cruzamos la frontera, estábamos buscando un lugar, tranquilo donde quizás pasar la cuarentena.
Ya una vez del lado argentino, como veníamos de un país de alto riesgo, nos pusieron en cuarentena obligatoria.
When the pandemic in Argentina started, we were in El Chaltén. He was hiking, I was with the van in a parking lot, in a camping spot, and then they closed all the national parks, so we had to leave.
Conseguimos un lugar ya con acceso a agua, luz, y avisamos bien a migraciones a todo el mundo dónde era nuestra nueva ubicación.
And we just parked somewhere in nature, where no one was. We had enough food, we had a river where we could wash ourselves and have something to drink.
We got stuck in this campground for 26 days and that was okay in the beginning because the two other people was really good with us.
About 5 days in, we got a visit from the local police. They came with a town official and also a medical professional to ask us questions about our travels and kind of trace back our steps. We were given permission to stay at this campsite.
Bueno, los días fueron pasando y al final estuvimos un mes acampando en ese lugar.
We're also given permission to walk into town and get provisions as far as groceries or if we needed something at the pharmacy or dog food or anything, so it was really nice.
En esa ubicación estuvimos durante un mes sobreviviendo y llevando la cuarentena.
But after I think 10 days, so when the food was when we ate a bit too much and then we did not have food anymore, we tried to go in another village to buy food. The police officers told us, no, that's not possible. We cannot buy food. We can just go to the gas station and drive further, just go away. Yeah, so we did that. We went to the next village, other 200 kilometers, and they told us the same, no, there's no food for us. We cannot go grocery shopping, no food.
So why it was difficult because we only had 1 day per person to go out for the grocery and everything. So we got stuck 6 days a week inside.
And also the situation got really complicated in the country because the
the clinic and the hospitals and the security system is very different from the one we have in France, and people don't have the same access to like basic treatments.
Bueno, después de ese primer mes acampando junto al río, decidimos movernos ya que acá en la Patagonia estaba empezando el invierno.
And during that time it was really heading into winter, it was starting to freeze overnight, and we decided to move into a cabaña with our friends so that we could be kind of in a more long-term situation, knowing that the quarantine wasn't ending anytime soon.
But then we heard from our friends who are in Lago Puelo. They told us that they are really welcome there. They rented a cabaña and they are living good. They can stay there for a while. So we wanted to reach Lago Puelo too. But it was not so easy, and the Gendarmeria stopped us and they told us we have to go to another village and stay there in a hotel for 14 days, so they are sure that we are healthy.
We received this email from the embassy, French embassy, saying that the last flight will be organized by the French embassy, will be gone this week. So we had 1 week to decide if we want to go back or if we want to stay in Bolivia, and we decided to go back to France.
That's really great chaos. We reached Lago Puelo, where we are now.
Estamos en un grupo de cabañas, ahora estamos en el parque de las cabañas. Como podrán ver, es un lugar muy lindo.
About 2 weeks ago, we were given special permission to drive to Buenos Aires, so we took advantage of that.
El gobierno lanzó un permiso excepcional para los argentinos varados fuera de su residencia. Así que bueno, una dosis de café importante, pero finalmente llegamos a Buenos Aires.
In the end, everything went fine,
and the embassy did a really good job, and we got in France safe.
Here we are, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, we're really happy. We really enjoy our time in Buenos Aires, and we'll be here until the quarantine ends.
Y bueno, así es donde estamos ahora. Estamos pensando estar acá hasta que bueno, se debilite todo y podamos quizás en algún momento volver a la ruta.
So that's our story of the pandemic, and we feel really welcome here. It's a nice village. We feel much better, where we feel at home, and we are now just waiting here in Lago Puelo, and we live our life as a nomads here in a cabaña.
We also asked them as a follow-up what their thoughts were towards the future. Is traveling the Pan American way going to be the same? When they think that they can resume their trips, their travels. And this is what they told us.
Bueno, por un lado todo este tema del distanciamiento social es algo que nos preocupa porque Latinoamérica se caracteriza por ser tan cálida, tanto contacto humano, todo abrazo, y eso que el distanciamiento social podría hacer que Latinoamérica pierda parte de su esencia.
We have no idea what will happen, so I think no one has.
I do think that there will be more consciousness and awareness as we move throughout different countries, and especially crossing the border. I don't know what shape exactly that will take.
What could be different? Maybe there will be the thing of social distancing and keeping on the mask. Maybe not. We are really just open of what comes.
Una vez que se abra todo y se abran las fronteras y uno pueda seguir moviéndose, quizás haya unas restricciones en un principio o en unas primeras instancias que hoy por hoy la verdad que no sabemos cuáles serán.
This sanitary crisis has huge consequences on the economical and social lives, and we think that people will be transformed.
We don't really know what will be the future, but we think it will be different, and we need to take in consideration that people will have needs.
La pandemia ha impactado muchísimo en las economías de los países, generando que seguramente se pierdan trabajos, eso crea necesidad en la gente y lamentablemente podría ser un factor de aumento de la inseguridad. Nosotros al estar tan expuestos al parar en plazas, playas o en una montaña, en pueblos y no tanto en camping oficiales, bueno, es un factor que tendríamos que tener en cuenta si continuamos el viaje.
But as we move forward kind of in the coming months and things do open up, for us, I think we are interested in staying more in remote locations.
It's either we go back and we travel in a different way, like trying to help local communities, or we just go back and we sell to them.
or we wait and we will go back maybe in few years and when the situation will be normal?
No, I think in general, I mean, throughout our travels, we've always been embraced by the local communities, and I think it will get back to that.
Somos optimistas y creemos que en algún momento vamos a poder seguir con nuestro viaje, seguir con nuestra travesía, pero en qué circunstancias no lo sabemos, como creo que la mayoría de los viajeros y de la gente en general, que no se sabe cómo esto se va a desarrollar en un futuro.
We are really positive thinking people. We have faith that everything will be good again. That doesn't mean that it will be the same as before, but it will be okay again.
Tenemos la esperanza de que poco a poco todo se vaya normalizando y que cuando nos querramos dar cuenta ya estemos disfrutando el viaje con la misma intensidad que lo hacíamos antes de la pandemia.
And as we are getting to the end of the year, in the magazine of October, we have beautiful postcards from Patagonia. Patagonia, Argentinian Patagonia and Chile Patagonian, brought to us by E.R.L and Thibaut from France. Let's remember that as a way to end this tumultuous year. And yes, nomadic friends, we are in December and it's the end of 2020. So now, my fervent desire to all of you, from all of us at ABClatino Mundo Nómada, for a 2021 full of blessings, full of travel, full of adventures, and let's meet again in 2021 down the road. Ciao.